Welcome back, folks. I'm me, Phil Too Real. You're watching part 7 of the Resident Evil Remake Let's Play. Take 4. Oh my goodness, hopefully get this one done. So, we're going to go ahead and get the 2 remaining Chaos Emeralds in the mansion. We don't need the Metal Eagle, and we don't really need a healing item right now because the room that we're about to go into has no enemies in it. So, you can go ahead and stash that away. Really, all you need is 2 slots for your 2 Chaos Emeralds. There'll be a dagger and some shotgun shells, I believe. A little interesting thought I had between takes is maybe like Chris taking these emeralds imbued him with the power of strength and he became Super Chris in Resident Evil 5. Or I guess maybe he found the other 4 between 5 and Code Veronica, but that's how he got the bolder punch and action Chris that we know and love from Resident Evil 5. That is completely meme worthy. So this puzzle room, you're gonna turn off the lights, and then this memo is it's pretty damning evidence against Umbrella, because this is the first evidence of the Umbrella Corporation that says, hey, go ahead and sick these BOWs on stars, eliminate the tyrant, and then ensure complete disposal of the R clay in place, and make sure that you do everything right. Good luck, Umbrella Corporation. All that good stuff. So whoever decided to leave that memo there instead of just deciding to shred it or at least, very least burn it, I'm sure that memo will not come into play to bite them in the butt later. Um, so the puzzle, you want to move these dressers all the way to the opposite ends where the taxidermied heads of a buffalo and a deer are. The only one that you really need to get is the red one from the deer. The buffalo one's completely optional. If you want to get the best end in the game, then you need to get the yellow gem. So I'm going to go ahead and snag that because I want to go ahead and get the best ending. So we're going to take the yellow Chaos Emerald. We're going to run all the way back here, and we're going to get the red one. And you just don't want that eagle to look at the deer or the buffalo, because if you do, it will lock the gem in place and you can't get it. So pretty easy, not very hard. You gotta turn off the lights, that way it has a harder time detecting you. So with that, we're gonna go downstairs, and really, I didn't need a healing item because I want to go here. I'm gonna fumble around my items a little bit. So we are going to need the yellow gemstone, the red gemstone, and at best one little open slot. That way, um, you can um, you can use the box that the gemstone needs to go into, because the yellow gemstone is going to get replaced with another item, so that slot will still be there. Now, if you don't, I want to end up going back in there, but if you don't have space, you can always take the shortcut back to the other save room. That way, you can move items around and get your um, mandatory item you need to progress the game. Only the red gemstone is necessary to uh, progress with the game. The yellow one, as I said, is completely optional. And also, if you're speed running this, you're trying to get less than 3 hours. You don't need. You can just drop it and get the normal ending. Because there's a bad, a normal, and a good ending. Bad is whenever one of your, well, the bad ends when both of your teammates don't show up in the helicopter, shall we say. The normal ends when you save one, and the good ends when you save both of them. But we'll talk about that. These hunters, like I said, they'll jump through that glass and go back through the hallway this way. So we're not going to fight them. We're going to run. And then we're going to go this way. And we're going to place the yellow gemstone in this tiger's eye. This will give us the Mo disc. Because the Mo disc you have, the Mo disc you have. The more discs, you need 3 of these Mo discs in order to get the good ending of the game. So make sure you get the floppy disk, and then we're going to store that away in our box, because that will not play a part in this adventure until the very last section of the game in the laboratory. So that's one thing that we need to get the good end. The other 2 Mo discs that whoever thought about that name is, well, I guess so, modus operandi, I guess. But they could just put floppy disk or something like that. I'm dilly dallying on that too much. So, uh, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to use the red gem right away unless I use one of the healing items. And honestly, I probably should have just used the healing item because I have plenty of healing items from brown herbs to red and green herbs to first aid sprays to triple green herbs. You know, I have the whole kit and caboodle. So really, I could have just wasted it if I really wanted to. But I'm going to choose to just go back and store that stuff in the Mo disk. So we're going to go back to the other save room on the opposite end. And now the save room that those hunters busted, the hallway that the hunters busted out of to, you know, where that other save room was that I was just at, I'm never going to go back there because I'm not going to deal with those hunters. So we won't ever have to worry about those hunters. Now, just go this way. And really, once you deal with the mandatory hunters that you need to, you can run around this mansion without a gun and ammo, and you should be good. Some hallways that you don't see me frequent, that's the exact reason why I don't go down those hallways, because I don't want to fight, I don't want to shoot any enemies, I just want to speed through here and get through this mansion, you know, in a speedy time, which is, you know, I guess for some people that might not seem very fun, but I do like to speed run certain games, and even though I said this isn't really a speed run, I'm more I watch myself play, the more I got into that mentality as I played this. But truthfully told, Chris is not the one I would speed run with. It would 100% be Jill, but Chris has his own little challenges with it. So that's all we need. Red gemstone, the helmet key, shotgun, and shells. You don't need the shotgun, even though there is an enemy in that room, but that enemy is easily dodged. But if you want to carry a shotgun, you can. And that green herb is never going to get picked up in this adventure. It's just going to sit there. And as that little text said, that the door has been replaced, been repaired. So we can go through this door, no problem. And you can go through it as many times as you want. So we're going to go this way back again. We're going to retrace our steps back to the main entrance, and then we're going to go through a single door on the bottom that's been locked since the beginning of our adventure, and that is our objective right now. And that will let us get a key for one of the doors we just passed by earlier in that hallway. So we're getting there. We're almost wrapped up the entire mansion portion. We just got like 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms we have to explore, I think, and then we're done with the mansion. And then we just got to explore the basement and the caves, not in that order, and then the lab, I believe. So we're getting there. We're getting there. So this door right here is the one I was talking about, the single door. Use the mansion key there, which is the helmet key. You'll open it. There's some goodies in here, not too much. You'll see a memo here, which I think this memo is talking about the art gallery, where there's a hidden room there in the back of the art room. So I think that's referencing the extra costumes. I could be wrong, but very interesting that memo is there. But you can leave that ink ribbon, or you can take it. It's up to you. I'm not going to save it again for another 5 minutes or so. So we're going to go in this room. There is a zombie here, but if you don't have a weapon, you can always use self-defense items to buy yourself some time. Because really, all we need is on the cabinet right behind them. And this zombie is really easily avoided just by playing keep away. So take this jewelry box and a dagger right behind, and there's also a green herb and some planted blue herbs. Mysteriously, I don't know why there's blue herbs right there, but because there's nothing that really poisons you inside the mansion itself, except for the spiders on the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and place these pieces in the way I'm doing. And one thing about this puzzle is these pieces can sometimes be very finicky. Sorry, here, just place it like this. And then once you are able to place your piece, you can adjust it a little bit to give yourself a little bit more room. And by the time you put those first 2 pieces, you can already tell what the emblem is supposed to look like and how it's supposed to be pieced together. And so we're going to go ahead and place these last 2. This will go on the edge here. We're going to adjust it. And I always find that the middle piece or the last piece is always the hardest to put in. But luckily, I was able to get it in a reasonable amount of time. That's something that can kill a speed run. I lost my choice of words there for a moment. But we're going to go back. We're going to use that key. Now, something to bear in mind when we use that brooch key. Brooch is a bun. That brooch key. When you use that key and you enter the room with that key, you are going to be put under a, well, you got to enter the door first, but You'll be put under a time limit, and the time limit is going to determine whether or not you get the good ending or not. Because Rebecca, despite her having an entire game to herself, and well, not just to herself, but an entire game around her, and her already being around zombies and all this stuff in Resident Evil Zero, she forgets how to be a special response force um, officer. I think that's really her position, even though she's a medic. Um, and I guess I can sort of kind of forgive that because Resident Evil Zero, I think, was made after Resident Evil One remake. But I don't know. It's hard for me to like Resident Evil Zero. I just don't like the inventory system in that game. But that's a story for another day. If I ever do let's play that, I'm sure I'll have enough to talk about. But you'll use the brooch key here, and then you'll discard it as soon as you enter this room. The time limit starts as soon as the cutscene plays. Rebecca!
Rebecca! Is she
No, Chris,
upstairs?
she came from the basement. So we're going to quickly go upstairs, so don't even bother with anything in this room. Because if you take too long, Rebecca will die, and that's no bueno. I mean, uh, I guess if you really don't like Rebecca and you don't like Resident Evil Zero, well, then you don't have to worry about it. But make sure you have a shotgun, because you have to take out a hunter in order to save her. So luckily, I still have my shotgun. If somehow you're going through this mansion packing a handgun, well, kudos to you. I'm not that brave. I've never been that brave to take on a hunter with a handgun, and I do not intend to start now. So go quickly back this way, and then if you made it in time, the hunter will lunge and attack Chris. It will not go after Rebecca. And here we go. Rebecca just opened the door. That door's unlocked. So the hunter will quickly go after Chris, shoot it, and then shoot it again, and shoot it one more time. And then the hunter is gone, and then we get a cutscene of Rebecca saying that we saved her life.
Rebecca,
Chris!
you okay?
I didn't mean to get you
Sure.
worried.
We can't stay here
I
any
know, we
longer.
need to get out here, Chris.
We have to get to the others and find a
The
way
others
out
are
of here.
dead,
You
Chris.
with me?
Yes.
If it's not Wesker
Then I'll go
or
ahead.
Jill,
Until then, Rebecca,
they're dead.
you're on your own.
Unless you're buried and he got abducted
Stay
by
cool
aliens.
and use your better judgment. Got it?
I can handle
No,
myself.
no, you cannot.
Good luck.
I don't care if you had a whole game with to yourself.
I didn't mean to get you
Yeah,
worried.
right. I don't know. I'm giving Rebecca way too much grief for that, but it's just something that it just bothers me because I don't know. Anyways, I'm done with that. I'm not going to talk too much about that, even though I want to. So go back in here, and we're going to go ahead and I want to say we're going to get a healing item because we're going to go and fight a boss here in this part. So we're going to grab one healing. No, we're going to save because I remember something happened here behind the scenes. I had to save. So I'm going to go ahead and show the save, and then we are going to continue. We still got about 5 minutes left in this part, maybe 4.5. So that's save number 3, I believe. And then we are going to trade that ink ribbon probably for no items. Oh yeah, that's right. Because there's some herbs along the way to fight that boss, so I won't need any herbs. And then even if I really wanted to, I can grab this herb right here, but I'm not going to. So we're gonna go use we already used that brooch key, so we're gonna go in there and snag all the items. There's one super important item in here to progress the game, so make sure you grab it. But because Chris is not nocturnal, he is a normal human being, he needs light. So make sure you turn on this light. There's a switch here where you press it. And then just go ahead and grab all the stuff in here. There's a metal object here that looks very suspicious, like another metal object we found, but missing some stone. There's a flash grenade here, because you know every single person who has a reading room has flash grenades in there. And then they of course keep 12 gauge shotgun shells in the shelf right next to him, or I guess the nightstand right next to him. So we're done with there. It's just those items, and then we are going to go and prepare to fight a boss. So we're going to go ahead and place these items that I got back into the chest. That metal object, we won't need it for a while because we won't get the stone portion of it until another 2 parts, I think, I want to say. Let's go ahead and put that stuff away. And see if I grab another. Nope, I don't grab a healing item, do I? Nope. There's a little bit of kerosene left. So, here we go. Open the door. Go this way. And we're not going to go up. We're going to go this way. So, just double check. I think we are going to go. We're going to go through the picture room. And we're going to go out. We're going to go upstairs. And then I want to say we're going to deal with a Crimson Head. Honestly, I should have went upstairs through the back to get the battery and all that stuff, and then I wouldn't have to backtrack so much. So this is a goof on my part. So where that save room was, I should have went upstairs where the level 2 map room was. No, not that way. That way leads into the hole where George Trevor's grave is. So no, we're going the correct way. The ideal way is to go through the basement, get all the items, unlock the door there, and then go fight the yawn from there. But because Chris has limited inventory space, we're not going to be able to do that like Jill probably could. So we're just going to go, and we're going to go fight the boss. And then from the boss, we're going to go and collect the last bit of items. And then from there, we're going to go into the cavern system in the next part. So we're almost done. So just keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go in here. Go to this door. Or am I going to the basement? I think I'm going to the basement already. No. Yeah, we are going to the basement. Okay, never mind. We're doing this the correct way. But we just are going to be very pressed for items. So, go this way. Go to the basement. Now, since we turned on the power earlier when we were in the basement, we'll be able to power up the elevator that's in the back. Just remember, I left a zombie here as well as this one who's coming up towards me. But we're never going to be up here again, so if you don't pop his head, that's okay. Go ahead and call the elevator. The elevator will come down. Go ahead and reload my shotgun. You're going to want to make sure you have at least 2 slots available. One for magnum rounds and another for a car battery that we are going to need to grab. I wonder what kind of elevator music's playing here. I like to think it's the save room music from Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. I love that save room music. Anyways, go through here. There's going to be a zombie right here. So you can take him out. And there'll be some healing items. You can go ahead and mix a red and a green to get a full heal. This door is locked. That's what leads to the library, which is where the boss fight is. I want to go ahead and grab it, I think, right? And I want to go ahead and grab a green herb, mix those up. And then that will make a full heal item. So I'll be ready to fight the boss. And the boss is not super difficult. There's a zombie right here in the hallway. So aim up, take off his head, go through here. Just make sure you have enough room for magnum rounds and the car battery. So, and there's shotgun shells here, but since we have the shotgun shells, that'll just stack on top of what we already have. There'll be a flash grenade, so that's pretty useful. So go ahead and take the flash grenade. That goes in its own private slot. Go ahead and get the car battery. At least I think it's a car battery. It should be a normal non-car battery, if that's a thing. And we'll get the magnum rounds, and then we're basically done with this wing. So we have one more section to go, and then we're completely done exploring this mansion. Let's go this way. This will unlock a door that was by that very first Crimson Head that we accidentally triggered. So go this way, and then we're going to go down this hallway. Now remember, there is a Crimson Head here. I did not kill it, but if you killed it, you don't have to worry about it. And you'll see this Crimson Head try to attack this zombie right here. See, it's attacking it. Go and shoot. And get the heck out of dodge. And then we're going to go this way. Now, because this is the last use of the helmet key, the helmet keys are going to get discarded once we open this door. So that'll be nice. We'll have an open slot. So now just go here, go all the way to the end, and I'll open a door, and I'll discard the key, and that'll be it for this part, and we'll fight the boss in the next part. So I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Bye.